Today we have an unboxing video of Zombicide Frozen Fortress. Okay, this is an expansion that requires a base game of Zombicide, White Death, or one of the other base games in order to play. Let's see what we have. Now, this game is loaned to me by Michael Perry of Roofs Done Right. If you need a new roof or roof repaired in Palm Beach or Martin County, reach out to Roofs Done Right. Okay, so let's check out what is in this game. So this is an exclusive box containing a myriad of survivors, abominations, necromancers, and more to upgrade your Zombicide fantasy experience. Rally your party of survivors to face against the fearsome abominations and scheming necromancers. Okay, so are you prepared to confront the zombie plague? Of course. So 99 miniatures, 70 survivors, 16 abominations, 6 necromancers, 4 walker, 2 brutes, 1 runner, 70 survivor ID cards, 56 mini cards, 4 equipment cards, 38 abomination cards, 14 necromancer cards, and 1 rules leaflet. Okay, hopefully a leaflet is easier to learn than an entire rule book. Let's see what we have. And just so everyone knows, we've got another Flamingo Con number 29 coming up in Delray Beach, Florida. That'll be at the South County Civic Center on June 7th. Hope everyone can come out. Okay, so let's see what's in the Frozen Fortress. One rules leaflet. So only 12 pages for a leaflet, as opposed to many pages for a rule book. So we have a set of cards, some of the mini cards, and we have miniatures galore, and all nicely self-contained. I like box inserts that actually hold things in place. If you're making other box inserts that don't hold things in place, don't bother with them. That's an instruction to game designers. Second level of miniatures. One foam board. So we have extra levels of miniatures that are nicely taped together. So we shall gently slice them apart. Look at the size of this dude. Oh, that's a back that even Arnold Schwarzenegger would approve of. Look at that. Nice. I'm a birder, so always happy to see a character that has his own wings. Another character with wings. Very pretty. And, yeah, the guy's got a bit of an attitude. Okay. So, that is the set of extra miniatures for Zombicide Frozen Fortress. Okay. Now let's set that out and take a look at the next one. Today we're unboxing expansions to Zombicide, specifically the 2024 brand new edition Zombicide White Death. Okay, so we've got lots of different things to choose from, so let's start with some Divine Beasts. And let's see, it's an Abomination pack. The 4 ancient Divine Beasts are considered guardians of the world, each associated with a cardinal direction, a color, a season, a set of virtues. While their origin is shrouded in mystery, they are highly revered throughout the land. Despite their significance, only the most devoted priests truly believe their existence until the zombie plague's corrupting influence caused these elemental powers to manifest themselves. Infected incarnations of the Divine Beasts now appear to survivors seeking aid through combat and fiery purification. Once their spirit is cleansed and liberated, the Divine Beasts bestow elemental powers upon their benefactors as a blessing. Isn't that nice? The contents: 1 azure dragon miniature, 1 white tiger miniature, 1 black tortoise miniature, 1 vermilion bird miniature, 23 mini cards, 1 rules leaflet. Okay, and it does require a Zombicide core box from the fantasy line to enjoy this expansion. So let's see what we've got in here. And a set of cards, so you know if you pulled a card for a specific abomination, that is the one that comes out. Here. There we go. Nice. Very pretty. Okay, we'll set these spirits free, and then we will cage them back in the box until they are called upon. Okay, let's check out the next expansion. Our next expansion to Zombicide White Death to be unboxed are the Plastic Tokens pack. Let's see what kind of plastic tokens come in the Plastic Tokens pack. So, we're going to have 1 Beacon token, 15 Corruption tokens, 4 Freeze tokens, 1 Zombie Spawn token number 1, 1 Zombie Spawn token number 2, 1 Zombie Spawn token number 3, 1 Zombie Spawn token number 4, 1 Zombie Spawn token number 5, and 1 Defiler Spawn token. Okay, 36 Chi tokens, 2 Rope Ladder tokens, 18 Noise tokens, because if you fire weapons, they generate noise and then attract zombies, so just don't be the loudest. 1 red-blue objective token, 1 red-green objective token, 9 red-red objective tokens, 1 first player token, 1 exit token, 4 cauldron tokens. Okay. That's a lot. So whereas we saw these same pieces in cardboard, now we have them in plastic. And these pieces that look like if a broccoli turned into a zombie with some zombie heads in there, some skulls. So We now have a set of those. And so basically, all of the pieces that were in cardboard in the big game, you now have really cool little cauldrons and barricades and blonde zombies and snowflakes. Very neat. Okay, let's check out another one. How about some 3D battlements? One inner corner wall, one outer corner wall, 13 straight walls in 4 variations. And it does require the base game of White Death in order to use it. Now, let's see what we have in the battlements. These are lots and lots of wall segments. And goes from there. So that would be a corner wall. Okay, let me put it back in while I still remember how to take it apart and put it back together. Okay, that goes in there, goes in there, and those 3 go back on top. Okay, let's open another one. In our next Zombicide expansion, let's take a look at Zombicide Eternal Empire. Okay. For centuries, the unending wall bordering the Eternal Empire was considered the edge of the world. None but its citizens could pass its gates, keeping safe a well-hidden secret. Beyond lay a mystical source of power called the Chi, allowing warriors and wizards to perform godlike feats. Word of this incredible new power spread across the land. The necromancers paid attention and traveled to the empire. Once foreigners were allowed entry. Okay, let's see. Ingratiating themselves with the nobility, they took advantage of the succession war following the emperor's death, allowing the Black Plague to infiltrate, facing the edge of everything. The Eternal Empire, once thought immortal and unconquerable, has fallen to ruin. Oh no. Okay, and yet, hope springs eternal as the masters of the Chi fight on to suppress the zombie horde. They seek any help they can find. So, will you be the one to answer their call? Let's check out Zombicide Eternal Empire. So, it is an expansion that does require the White Death base game. So, it's in medieval times, the survivors travel far and wide looking for answers about the zombie invasion and the necromancer's scheme. However, the zombie plague didn't spare the empire. Here, survivals can channel Chi, a mystical energy bound to life itself, to achieve heroic feats. Okay, your survivors will it. Channeling ancient power is the only way to defeat zombies when the dreaded warden brutes are around. Watch out for the Chi statues too. Being the main source of mystical power, they are also the favorite target of God-Eater Abomination. But don't let monsters destroy the statues, extinguishing the remaining life force of the Empire. So, 18 miniatures, 6 survivors, 8 warden brutes, 1 abomination, 3 Chi statues, 12 survivor ID cards, 136 objective cards, 4 double-sided game tiles, 145 mini cards, which include 72 equipment cards, 56 zombie cards, 1 abomination card, 16 Chi cards, 1 campaign sheet notepad, 37 tokens, and 1 rule book. So, also takes about an hour for ages 14 and up, 1 to 6 players. So let's see what we have in here. again to Michael of Roof's Done Right for loaning me this game to unbox. Hopefully your roof is doing well. But if not, call Roof's Done Right. Okay, so one additional sheet. It's interesting that they use a sheet that basically replaces and covers up the exact same thing. Not sure why that is, but maybe somebody can explain in the show notes or a comment. So, replacement cards. So apparently there was a printing issue and they decided to put in some replacements. So, one nice rule book. More tiles, so you can have different boards that you're going through. More tokens. Of course, we have the plastic versions of these squiggly tokens. So the notepad. So you'll want to take one of these and basically either sleeve it or laminate it so that you can have it forever. Some more miniatures. Very nice. And does that look brutish to you? Could be a brute. That is very nice. And there we go. There we go. And another abomination. Plus more cards. Mini cards. Okay, let's check out the next one. Our next expansion of Zombicide White Death to unbox is Crossfire Pack. So, the crossbow, deadly in the hands of the living and the dead. With such a simple point-and-click design, the guards of Wintergrad utilize them with great effect against the dead. However, if the zombies have one, they can return fire. It'll be an old-fashioned shootout in the streets of the frozen city when these two groups clash. You might want to duck. Okay, so there's 12 crossbow guard miniatures, 15 deadbolt walker miniatures, 13 mini cards, and 1 rules leaflet. Nice looking dudes. One leaflet, some mini cards, and lots of guys with crossbows. I prefer a longbow myself. Okay. Now, let's take a look at the climbers and terracotta walkers. Okay, paranoia is a useful tool for survivors. It keeps them on their toes when the plague adapts. It certainly has with the climbers and terracotta walkers. Climbers can overcome almost any obstacle with ease, reaching places survivors thought were safe. Meanwhile, the terracotta walkers keep coming back until all of them are destroyed at once. Double the watch tonight. Okay, that's some truly frightening expressions. Let's see what we have in here. Mini deck, and then some nice climbers and walkers. We also have a new tile set. So, just in case you thought there were not enough tiles, you wanted some variation in your street scenes. So these slide right out. More broccoli. Find out what that is. That. So we have more gates to barricade, more cauldrons, although we have got the nice plastic cauldrons, which are even better, and lots of frozen streets, perfect for the White Death. Okay, very neat. Let's all these aside. We've got some little guys. This is Chang'e and Hoi-Yi. Did I pronounce that right? Not a chance. Those are nice little guys right there. Okay. Then we have Jennika. So, Jennika is a turtle, apparently. Did you know that there were turtles in the Zombicide universe? Turtles that know martial arts. But of course, there are turtles that have no martial arts. And they like to be in their own box. Because of course, they are turtles. They come with their own box. And that is a very nice turtle. And everybody knows turtles love pizza. It's part of the massive darkness. Turtles that love pizza are the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, of course, with their master Shredder. Is he in there somewhere? Let's find out. Okay, riding the subway in New York, you face the zombie apocalypse twice a day, but today our fellow passengers were way more bitey than usual. On the streets, it was getting really bad, too. We tried to restore some order, but then we saw this portal open up, and half of the building just fell into it. Shredder, Shredder is in there, was standing on the other side of the portal, yelling something about his evil plan coming to fruition. Can't have that. So our crew leapt through. First thing we noticed, snow. Second thing, this was where zombies came from. This was some medieval town in ancient Asia, only it wasn't any place that Master Splinter could name. But the zombies were here, and so was a lot of New York's skyline. We found clothes and armor to suit the territory, and that's how we began our search for Shredder. Just hope we can stop him before the pizza gets cold. Yeah, Don't want cold pizza unless it's the next morning. Okay, Timecrash is an expansion for Zombicide White Death. Shredder has collided the dimensions of New York and Zombicide's medieval city of Wintergrad, causing glitching portals to erupt across the land. With the help of his foot ninjas, he's amassing zombies in Wintergrad to invade New York. Facing this grim prospect, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and their friends went through a portal to stop his plan. Timecrash features the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and their allies, as well as new enemies, tiles, and rules. You can use them to play the 10 included quests or enhance classic Zombicide fantasy games. New rules include Turtle Chi, energy born from the Turtles' mastery of the martial arts. Our heroes also tap into the best meal the world has to offer, pizza. Turtles may pick up ultimate tokens in the form of their favorite treat and enhance their signature weapons to new levels of awesomeness. Okay, 23 miniatures, 7 survivors, 15 foot ninjas, 1 necromancer, 7 survivor cards, 4 game tiles, which are double-sided, 42 tokens, 14 mini cards, and a rule book. Okay, so let's take a quick peek and see what we have. An unboxing of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Zombicide Timecrash. Thanks again to Michael of Roofstone Wright for loaning me this game to do the unboxing. We've got another protective sheet on the back, which protects the same image. One rule book. We've got pizza. And we've got, well, a place to eat the pizza. Some cards. And we have more minis. Never enough minis. Never too many. Just the right amount of minis. Well, there we go. There is the mutant rat that taught the martial arts. Good. Very cool. Okay, let's check out another one. Okay, the next expansion to open of Zombicide White Death is the Massive Darkness 2 crossover. Let's take a look what we have in here. So we have 42 roaming monster cards, 2 rule cards, 13 mob cards, 19 hero cards, and 14 item cards. Okay, plus the items. Okay, so the Defiler Corruption in Massive Darkness 2, these tokens are called Defiler Corruption. That's what those big broccoli things must be. Okay. And more sets of cards. We've got more dice. There's never enough dice. These dice are the Jade dice. Okay, very nice. We can also have dice in Frost. Yes, they work. Okay, excellent. Slip right back in here. I'm a fan of Jade. I've got a nice Jade dragon in the other room. Actual real Jade. Now, we've got the Virtues of Bushido. Despite their differences, each of these samurai embody the virtues of perfect warriors, has sworn to protect the eternal empire no matter the cost. Each of them has been a wanderer, and now they gather. These noble samurai draw their katanas, ready to fight the zombie horde to defend the land. Okay. This little gentle slice. Let's see the Bushido Warriors. Cards. Very nice. Okay. Very sharp katanas. Excellent. Then we have Celestial Knights. Many moons ago, warrior monks set out from their homeland seeking to unlock their inner potential. They discovered a remote mountain temple dedicated to the divine power of the stars. The enchanters who lived there welcomed the warrior monks, and the parties emerged to create Celestial Knights. They swore to protect the last remaining heavenly hosts as she leads the charge to purge the world of zombies and their menace. With their incredible skills and unshakable determination, they're a force to be reckoned with. Okay. Let's give that a nice little starting slice. Celestial Knights. Okay. We've got more of those. Excellent. So they are the stars of this edition. And everything has its place. Okay. Warlords of the Rising Sun. The founding of Japan was forged with the glorious deeds of heroes interweaving myth and history to give birth to its unique culture. Today, a few of these legendary heroes and villains join the fight as the zombie horde threatens the eternal empire. 9 miniatures, 8 survivor ID cards, 3 necromancer cards, and another rules leaflet. Let's see. Here. Leaflet. Cards. Very nice. Those are all very pretty and deadly in a good way. Slide back in here. Some mini cards there, bigger cards there, one leaflet there. Then we have Warlords of the Middle Kingdom. History and myth often intertwine through China's ancient history. In the same way, Chinese warlords of old are rarely entirely good or evil, but people with fascinating histories full of deeds, noble and villainous. Okay, they wield immense power, and their glorious exploits gave birth to fantastic legends. Now these warlords keep on fighting in the zombie universe, bringing the legends to the table. Okay, 8 survivor miniatures, 2 zombie miniatures, 8 survivor ID cards, 1 abomination card, 1 necromancer card, 1 rules leaflet. Okay. Thought for a second it might be a Middle Earth reference, but nope. Leaflet, cards. Ooh, look at that. You do not want to get hit with that thing. That is a melee weapon to end all melee weapons. Okay. A weapon with some reach. And I think you get the point. One of the challenges of Zombicide is finding the specific characters that you are looking for, and then figuring out how to repack everything. That is non-trivial. So, the Miyamoto Usagi. It's a bit like a cat with a katana. Cats do enough damage. They don't need katanas. Okay. So, how to open this without breaking it. Carefully, of course. That is a cat with a katana. It is a paladin. While you have a sword equipped, gain melee attack +1 yellow die. Okay, very nice. Slide that back in here. Correct side up. And last and certainly not least, some Berserker walkers. Most zombies aren't smart enough to avoid danger and just rush at their prey as fast as possible. Then we came across the ones we call Berserkers. They are immune to projectiles of any sort. Putting them down requires old-fashioned methods, getting close enough to hit the weak spots with melee weapons. Well, who am I to question tradition? Okay, So, 18 Berserker Walker miniatures, 12 spawn cards, 1 reference card. Okay. Cards. And lots of Berserker Walkers. Very nice. Okay. That is Zombicide White Death and 20 expansions and accessories. Well, thank you again to Michael of Roof's Done Right for loaning me this game for the unboxing. I will read through the rules and spend some time learning how to play Zombicide White Death. Hope to see you all at the next Flamingo Con on June 7th in 2025 in Delray Beach, Florida at the South County Civic Center. 12 hours of board gaming for just $15. What a deal. Anyway, look at flamingocon.org to buy your tickets now because we might sell out. In that case, it'd be a shame to have to turn anyone away. But we'll turn away a few zombies, absolutely. Okay, be well.